Hi, I'm Ian Hamilton from the Leader Post Sports Department. I'm here with my esteemed colleague Rob Vanstone, and the Saskatchewan Roughriders have just completed a closed practice today in preparation for Sunday's game in Vancouver against the BC Lions. Rob, what do you expect, and what does Corey Chamberlain maybe expect from this game?
Well, I expect a really defensive football game. That's just the way the Canadian Football League has played this year, it seems. Certainly last week against Montreal, it was very defensive. Talked to Corey Chamberlain about that, asked him if he expected another one of these ultra-defensive games, considering that the Riders and the Lions are both very proficient on defense. He doesn't necessarily think it's going to unfold that way.
Football is so different. Football is so different. Sometimes you think it's going to be a blowout and it's a smash mouth, and then it goes either way. I think it's going to be a good football game. The one thing is I know they're going to fight to the finish, and I know our team will fight to the finish. I can't tell you exactly what will be the point differential, but I think it'll be a very good football game, and I think as far as the intensity, it'll be a playoff caliber.
I think it's reasonable to suspect that John Chick will be a factor on Sunday in BC. He has 6 sacks over his last 2 games, a league-leading 12 in 7 games this season. What more can he do, get 4 against BC?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to watch that matchup, because BC obviously has a very solid right offensive tackle in Jovan Olafoye and a rookie left tackle in Hunter Stewart. You would think that a guy like Chick is kind of licking his chops when he gets an opportunity to go up against a rookie. He was very diplomatic today when he was just discussing the fact that he prepares the same way no matter who he's playing. But you got to think that with Kevin Glenn kind of a mobile or a immobile target in the backfield for the most part, that John Chick will get there. So the Rough Riders are now entering their sixth of the season, as Corey Chamberlain called it earlier. They're facing a lot of divisional opponents here. What do you expect to see maybe in the sixth of the season?
Well, that's a great tongue twister, isn't it? It's going to be really interesting now. I mean, the past few games, the Riders have won 4 in a row, but they almost had the feel of preliminaries. They've been largely against Eastern opponents, largely against teams that you would think they should beat. Now you start getting the West games with BC coming up, and then back-to-back against Winnipeg. We're getting to the guts of the football season really quickly, and should be fun to write about. So for Ian, I'm Rob. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the stretch run, which really seems like it's starting now.